What is going on, everyone? Welcome to week 4 of Alabama Head-to-Head. I'm Lauren Sisler with AL.com. I got my man, Mike, the real McCoy, former receiver at Alabama.
What's going on, guys?
He's stunting and fronting with us today. He's going to talk a little Alabama football as they get ready to go up against Southern Miss, coming off a relatively good win against South Carolina over the weekend. But, of course, Nick Saban pointing to a lot of things he wants changed. Number one, that's balance on offense. Obviously, the defense, some miscommunication. They really had to simplify things, especially with some of those young guys in the mix. So, with that being said, we'll first start with the head football coach of Southern Miss. And the reason we bring him up is because he was actually the one, Jay Hopson, that gave you your first college offer.
Outstanding guy. Players coach. People fall in love with him just on the aspect of he understands what it takes to take you guys to the next level. He actually also used to coach at Alcorn, so he understands culture. So that's a big selling point for him. So great guy, still a fan, love him. If I see him, I'll hug him, but great guy.
So you were planning on staying up in Mississippi, and if that were the case, you would have gone to Southern Miss, right?
Believe it or not, I would have went to Southern Miss over Mississippi State and Ole Miss. He sold me that much on Southern Miss.
Hey, that's awesome stuff. Okay, so we talk a little bit about their game plan and what they offer on offense. First of all, they have a dynamic quarterback. They're going to spread the ball around. You're not going to see a lot of running the football. They're going to spread the ball around, and they're going to make this Alabama defense, especially the secondary, go to work.
They are. They're going to do, I think, take the same approach that South Carolina took, as far as putting the guys on the perimeter, putting in the ball of their playmakers, forcing the secondary to make tackles in open space. So I think that's going to take a lot of the linebackers out of the equation. And unless we get pressure, it's going to be a show.
All right, so another, area of concern and discussion would be in the special teams game. On the Alabama side of things, Will Reichard, he's 4 for 7 now on field goals. I know that he did miss an extra point against South Carolina, so a little bit of a concern, but Nick Saban is still very confident in his abilities. He's still young, he's still inexperienced, and obviously getting into these big-time pressure situations. But then on the other side of it, Alabama forced to punt one time against South Carolina, Skylar DeLong. And let's just say it left a lot to be desired there. So a little bit of a concern there. Giving South Carolina, their best field position of the day with that 14-yard punt. So with that being said, when you look at special teams, on the other side of it, they've got a guy that you're familiar with, Jaylen Adams, who's a tremendous returner. I want to point these stats out to you. Through 3 games, are you ready for this? We're just through 3 games of the season. He's 5 for 237 yards on kick returns, 4 for 100 yards on punt returns. So I am going to have to say that Alabama is really going to have to they're going to have their work cut out for them on special teams this Saturday.
I had the privilege of seeing this kid in high school. Phenomenal athlete. He reminds me a lot of my old teammate Javier Arenas. He's a time-ticking bomb. You don't know what you're going to get, and he can change the momentum of a game. So we have to do everybody has to do their job this week on special teams.
No doubt about it. Okay, and finally, as we wrap this thing up, we'll talk a little bit about the run game. Nick Saban wants to see more balance on offense. They've got the guys in the receiving game. We've got, 4 of the best receivers in Alabama right now that are over 1,000 yards for their career. So certainly throwing the ball around, they know how to get it to their playmakers. Tua Tagovailoa obviously having a record day against South Carolina. But here's the question for you, and you've been in Nick Saban's head in the background a little bit there. So in a situation like this, when you go up against a Southern Miss team, do you think that Nick Saban is going to, in essence, try to push the team to run the ball more, call more plays that favor the run game in order to, quote unquote, give them a little practice before they head into the bulk of SEC play? Am I wrong in that area?
No, I don't. I think running the ball, that's what Bama is known for. I think they're going to set the tone early. But Coach Saban is smart enough. He's a chess player. He's a strategist rather than tactical. He's strategic. He's going to plan ahead. So if you want to win, you got to put in your playmakers' hands. So that's what he's going to do. Has Bama changed as far as offense? Of course. Do we still have ground and pound? When we need to, but you don't have to. So we got a whole bunch of snipers out there.
Okay, guys, it's prediction time, and this week I am actually on the ESPN broadcast, 11 o'clock kickoff, ESPN2. I'll be with Roy Philpott, Kelly Stauffer, so I won't be making a prediction this week, but my man Mike McCoy What you got?
48-13.